I was banned on twitch.tv on Saturday. I was reporting on drama in the speedrunning community, as I have been doing over the past few weeks. My stream has grown a lot because of this. I'm getting 60 to 100 viewers on average. People really like it. The streams are high energy, and it's helping improve my speedruns outside of the drama streams. Unfortunately, with drama, there's some toxic stuff that happens every now and then. So, more than once, the N word actually showed up on my stream, and I got banned for this. Now, on Twitch.tv, unless somebody actually reports your account, you're not going to get banned, which means somebody did report my account. Now, I think I know who reported my account. Let's go into this. A user named RDU269 created an account dedicated to exposing me and some tweets and some of my Discord messages from 2015 to 2017. I actually did make some spicy jokes back in the day. I was reading these jokes on Twitter, and this guy was spam reporting my account, I'm pretty sure. In fact, I believe a lot of people have been reporting my account over the past few weeks, the people that I've been exposing through my drama streams. Let's just look at one of these jokes I made from 2017 that personally I think is pretty funny, but RDU269 doesn't think it's very funny, and Twitch definitely doesn't like on their platform. You've seen other streamers get banned for using the N word or the F word on Twitch as well. CalebHart42, a popular speedrunner on Twitch, he was actually banned for showing the N word with a hard R in his DMs for about 2 seconds. Also, popular Twitch streamer Trihex used the F word, and then he was banned on Twitch for this. Yes, this happens quite a bit. The thing is, this is in Twitch's rules, it's in their terms of service, and personally, I think if it's in their rules and in their terms of service, and everybody knows this, while it's a little bit silly to ban people for using a word in a completely non-offensive way, I think it's okay to ban someone for something if it's in their rules. Now guys, none of these jokes I made in the past are harmful at all, and most people don't really care, but this is the problem I've been running into for the past several weeks. We've seen multiple speedrunners banned on leaderboards for stuff that's way less harmful than this. And you're probably thinking, how's that possible? That's because the stuff that these speedrunners are getting banned for are either baseless accusations, or they are basically not saying anything at all. One runner, CalebHart42, was actually banned on the Mega Man X leaderboards because he was banned in GDQ. To me, that makes no sense at all. Here's a clip of a moderator insinuating that.
Like, guys, you realize he's banned from GDQ, right? Like, why do you think that is? Like, why wouldn't the community take action as well? Why would we be like, okay, we support this type of behavior?
Let's back up a little bit. We don't actually know why CalebHart42 was banned on the leaderboards. The moderators never talked about it. They never made a post anywhere, and I think that's a little bit scary because you have a precedent right now where if you say or do anything that goes against the social justice hate mob, then you get banned for that. They don't tell you you're banned, they blacklist your name everywhere they can. In fact, if you're banned in one space, you get banned in another, regardless of the context, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of your intentions. None of that matters anymore. Here's a Discord comment from the Sonic speedrun moderators saying that they're banning people from the leaderboards that were accused of stuff, regardless of the evidence. Speedrunning is a hobby enjoyed by people of all ages. It is up to the adults and leaders of a community to remove anything potentially predatory from our spaces. The members of the Sonic Speedrun community moderation team have chosen to de-verify runs from 2 runners across the entire Sonic series. Another runner has lost the right to appear on our community leaderboards when the individual abused the speedrunning community space as a catalyst for alleged sexual and other predatory behavior. Keep in mind they say alleged. In fact, if you scroll down, they offer a simple response if you don't agree with this terrible moderation. Being an unlikable A word is entirely different from being a predator, alleged or convicted. So if you're an alleged predator, which means that some weirdo with a mental illness on Twitter accuses you of something that you did not do and you deny doing, then you're removed from the leaderboards. That's ridiculous. In 2019, a speedrunner named Succinct and Punchy, he wrote on Twitter, probably because you played grab ass with random women and also with me at one point, man. Swings and roundabouts in it. This was in response to Dr. Fatbody wondering why did he get banned from Games Done Quick. Punchy then elaborates on his story, but the problem is he doesn't provide any evidence for this whatsoever. He literally just makes a claim about a guy, and in my opinion, it's a very vague claim. If you read the replies for this, most people are either shocked or agreeing with him. One of the guys who is blindly believing Succinct's story defaming another guy says, imagine going to a charity event and pulling this S word, oh my god. Somebody responds to him and says, imagine being Caleb, LOL, referring to the time that Caleb was falsely accused of sexual assault. Somebody responds to that and says, those claims were baseless, by the way. Multiple people were there to testify and saw nothing happened. I remember that, and I made a video on it. Those claims were completely baseless, and Caleb Hart had an alibi. In reply to that, somebody named Play with Penny says, even putting that aside, that does not always mean he was someone that I would describe as being comfortable to be around when he is too drunk and wandering the event hotel at 4 a.m. Okay, sure, I'm sure that you're uncomfortable with Caleb at 4 a.m. when he's wasted. What did he do, though? He was falsely accused of something that he didn't do, and he had evidence that he didn't do it. There was no evidence for the claim made against him, yet people are blindly believing it. This is the problem with these basically either false allegations or allegations with no evidence at all. If you get a bunch of people that don't like you, they'll just group together and say you did something, you have to believe victims, and then everybody reading it believes it too. The second accusation against Dr. Fatbody was by a guy named Sega Junkie, another Sonic speedrunner. He says this isn't really my story to tell, but I have been entrusted to tell it and I take that responsibility very seriously. This is a story about Dr. Fatbody and why he shouldn't be in your online spaces. We're about to get real heavy here, folks, so proceed at your own risk. Guys, I read his 15 tweet chain. There's no evidence at all in this chain. Later down his tweet chain, he says, what I can say is that one of them told me about an attempted assault and one about an actual assault. Your boy is a literal R word, folks. I can't really say any more than that because doing so could expose their identities, and that is not an acceptable risk to them. So Sega Junkie literally called Dr. Fatbody an R word with zero evidence from anonymous sources. He doesn't even divulge the story at all. Ironically, Sega Junkie was actually accused of sexual assault on his own. How can we trust this guy to tell this story? Somebody else corroborated Sega Junkie's story, but I still am running into a problem where they were told something by somebody anonymous. We don't know what they were told. They're not telling us entirely. We don't even know who it's from, and there's no evidence for any of this. How can anybody justifiably believe that? That's completely crazy to me. And then on top of that, how are you banning somebody from a speedrun community for this? Anyway, my point of this is that I was banned from a speedrun marathon called the Buckeye Speed Bash that I participated in actually on Friday. I had a pretty good run. I was doing a speedrun of Parallel Worlds, which I have world record in, by the way. And my run went very well, and then the next day, I learned I was banned from the marathon. I was banned from the marathon because, in their words, I held homophobic, transphobic, racist, and etc. beliefs, and therefore they needed to ban me. But the problem is, I don't hold these beliefs, and I never did hold these beliefs. So they literally slandered me. They claimed something that's not true about me. They told other people lies about my character that aren't true at all. And then I'm finding this interesting because inevitably, I'm going to be banned from A Link to Past leaderboards on speedrun.com because I was banned from a speedrun marathon. And there's already a precedent to ban people from these leaderboards if you're deemed to go against the social justice hate mob, regardless if there's actually any evidence or not. This is part of the reason I'm exposing this stuff. This stuff is incredibly unfair. It's unfair to people that use the leaderboards. It's unfair to people that want to learn better strategies in A Link to Past. It's incredibly unfair to the people that the accusations are made against when there's no evidence at all. Lastly, as a follow-up to my other video where the Mega Man community banned people from their leaderboards that they deemed too offensive to show on the leaderboards, even though these runners never cheated, they actually straight up removed Burglar's world record on their Mega Man leaderboards website. Anyway, guys, there's a growing initiative on speedrun.com where they're going to remove your speedrun times if you don't agree with their social justice indoctrination and their social justice political identities. Your speedruns don't matter in their eyes. They're removing it. I wish there was a real functioning speedrun leaderboard that only cared about speedruns and speedrunning. That would be really nice. But until then, more people's times are going to be removed in the future unfairly, endorsing generally false claims or at least baseless accusations. Personally, I also think this does raise a good question. What if somebody does engage in morally reprehensible behavior or has a morally reprehensible character that everybody can agree with? And I don't just mean the leaderboard moderators who clearly are biased, but I mean everybody in general. If somebody, for example, committed a homicide, that's morally reprehensible by everybody. Should they be allowed on the leaderboards or not? I do think it raises a question that most people I've talked to say keep the runs on the leaderboard because what about new runners that want to learn times? Also, if you look at other sports like football, for example, O.J. Simpson still has his stats online. There's still his name attached to them. Historically, it does seem like if somebody does something really reprehensible, you still attach their name to the scores. Anyway, guys, if you like my content, make sure to subscribe and you become an alpha gamer. Also, like this video and comment your thoughts. Also, if you want to support me financially, the best way to do it right now is through Patreon. You can also join and become a member. You can donate with Super Chat, or you can buy my t-shirts, or when I get unbanned in 2 weeks from now, you can subscribe to me on Twitch. I'll see you guys for the next video. Have a great day. And don't let the social justice communists win. We're going to win this. We're going to do better than them.